Also, surprise, surprise! Coming as a surprise to literally no one who's paid attention to all of the studies done on raising the minimum wage up to this point in time, a study was done on California's recent effort to raise the minimum wage to $20 per hour for fast food jobs. And you don't want to know what happened, everybody? Do you want to know what crazy thing happened as a result of raising the minimum wage? Literally nothing. It didn't lead to major job losses. All it resulted in was workers being paid a wage that allowed them to live. That's crazy. Study from the University of California, Berkeley's Institute for Research on Labor and Employment found that a California state law raised the minimum wage for fast food workers did not lead to large job losses or price hikes. Things didn't even get more expensive. Remember how they were talking about how raising the minimum wage to $20 per hour was going to result in $50 hamburgers? Well, guess what? The $50 hamburgers did not happen. It turns out that was a lie told by corporations to keep paying out those record profits to their investors. Oh my God. Surprise, surprise. Like, this happened in Seattle. This has happened every single time a major metropolitan area raises the minimum wage. People are like, oh, it's gonna cost the jorbs. And then it never costs the jorbs. It doesn't raise the prices to a meaningful degree. I can't even walk outside anymore. There are people with barbed wire covered baseball bats hunting the innocents, all because of the minimum wage raise. My jorb. It's too bad the people making these arguments can't or won't read. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I just want you all to know in your brains. Keep file this away in the back of your brain somewhere, because I guarantee you, in like the next 5 years, someone is going to make the exact same argument that, but raising the minimum wage will cause massive layoffs. It will increase the price of goods exponentially. Why, eggs may cost $100 today, but they'll cost $6,000 tomorrow if we raise the minimum wage to $30 per hour. Keep this in the back of your brain, because I need you to know on a fundamental level that does not happen. Ugh. Where I live, the minimum wage was under $10 per hour Canadian when the fight for 15 started. We now make over $18 minimum wage. That's great. I do have to say, though, when I started my channel, I did several streams that got me a lot of conservative flack, calling for a minimum wage of $25 per hour. Because that's like what would be bare minimum be livable. That was like 4 years ago. I started streaming 4 years ago, chat, about politics. And with the rate of inflation, $25 per hour back then would be about $30 per hour now. Okay, like $15 per hour is not enough anymore. $20 per hour isn't even enough anymore. Bare minimum, it should be $30 per hour. If we want people to be able to, like, have a job, raise a family, and, like, you know, have a place to have kids, like, that should be what the minimum wage is. These fast food companies are billion-dollar companies. A lot of these companies that employ minimum wage laborers are billion-dollar companies. They can absolutely afford to pay their workers livable wages. Maybe I'll dive back into this subject for like a longer form video at some point, but I think that's where I'm at. I am no longer content or complacent with a $20 minimum wage. That's something that would have been bare minimum like 4 years ago. We need to do better now.